Okay, here I'm back. So we had this strange thing that for Mark there were the sites were even seemingly duplicated. This is the explanation. The distinct clause was missing. Of course, when you do a ticket, when you do a filtering based on a join, this is a join to the group members user, then if you don't put the distinct, then this is going to happen. That you see that it looks as if you had a lot of sites. And yeah, now I run it again. Now it's passing, but now it's being better. Mark is a customer and he's probably a member of the Welsh, which is private, so he sees this site, and he of course also sees the public sites in the in sites. This is not in my sites, but in sites. Yeah, there is a difference between my sites and sites. Where is it? Mark. Was it in Mark? In 9221? Yes. Yes, I'm going back. I have to review them again because I changed the demo data. Every change in some demo data can make cause all tests to break again. And this is seemingly normal. Mathieu does not see the welcome site anymore. Yeah, probably it is. He's no longer. Mathieu? He's no longer a member of the team because I changed this the rules for memberships. List of sites to which Jean is subscribed. Is that are assigned to a team. This was the old vocabulary. We are going to remove the subscriptions. Let's suppose that this is what I want. Jean sees only one site. No, yeah, it's possible. Oh, yeah, he's subscribed to only. He's only. It depends on the team where he is. I believe it. I'm not going to control it. All tickets. Expected something and got no data to display. I guess that this is. No, let's look. 269. List of tickets that have not yet been assigned to a site. So we use all tickets, but we set a parameter value and we say has site to no. Those who don't, the tickets that don't have a site, it's normal that they cannot be public, and that's why they are not being shown here. I must say RT login Robin, for example, in order to see them. It's great. This confirms what we wanted to have. Now it is a little bit changed. What is changed? So you see that, of course, now we are no longer anonymous looking at these sites. That's why we have also actions available. That's normal. I'm going to simply copy and paste it. Subscriptions are going to go away. I think I'm going to delete this text already about it. We don't want this anymore. Here is line. Now the line number is probably changed. I will still copy the thing so that this is. Oh, it says no data to display. Oh no, I must change the ticket. It is 414. And I got it. The number is changed, and here it's again. I must say RT login login to see them, and then there will be a difference. I will see now. And then I would say it's time to go to bed for me. Maybe I'm going to check in these things. Okay, you see here's again a plus and minus. I'm going to remove the udiff for this, in this case 389 line 389. It's instead of changing the plus into a minus, I can simply add an empty line, and I can almost already delete this, what is the coming thing, because when I have an empty line, then it's going to say expected nothing, got this one. Then I can also copy it. No, copy and so is that true? What are the site tickets by site panel shows all the tickets for a given site. It is a Scrum backlog. For Welk we have these tickets. To become a Scrum backlog, we would need another field, I guess. We have only priority, but we must also add the field. We actually must differentiate between urgence and importance. Note that the table above shows we do have a workflow. We have state change actions. So after this table, it's showing. You see this. This is now it has become nonsense. I can remove it. This is repeating the same thing. It was. Now let's try then. Let's maybe say. Instead of doing this, that when I say RT show, this should show nothing, no data to display, because sites with no tickets without a site. I think it makes sense that we test this to cover this case. It means we want the test to break if if it does not say no data to display. We want it to say no data to display if we are anonymous. After this file, when this file is running, then I'm going to check in and go to bed. Oh, it's not yet passing. Here's something else. Tickets 489. Do you want to see this to get this 489? Comments. And no, comments are visible even to anonymous. No. That was a bit, the formulation is wrong. Comments are visible even to anonymous users. That's true, but not all comments. At least those on the public ticket. You know what? I'll continue this tomorrow. It's time to go to sleep for me. anyway, it will never be. It is not yet finished this evening. Basically, before checking in these things, it makes a bit sense to check them in, because anyway our test suite is broken, and now it will be a little bit less broken, and then Tonis and Hamza can look at what I did, what I actually did, because I will commit now my changes. What did I do now today? I see these files change. A lot of files changes. Let's look. Have a quick look. Now sometimes there's just white space changes. Here was this len HTML. You remember? Yes, it was a future warning. Commentable. Oh, there is something. I added these things because I was trying. I think this is not necessary, and this is a bit stupid. Yes, I'm going to undo this to tidy up this modlib comments mixins. Oh yeah. You see, if you want to check something in, even if you are tired, I would rather now decide to stop everything and not commit anything than to commit this state of the things. So I remember that I had removed that line because I was experimenting with the things. I think it was, and then it turned out to be useless. This is also useless. This was part of my experimenting. I didn't screencast, I think, when I was doing this. It was when I was trying to understand how to use the reverse relation. Basically, so the commentable, it has a private ticket, but in models and review, what did I do on the comment? At some moment I added the private, also to the comment itself, a private checkbox, but I removed that again. The question was how to make it so that we can have comments, that have the application specify which comments are visible, and that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, so I added this model class add comments filter, and this add comments filter, we are going to put this on the ticket, implement it to add this additional comments filter, and that's how we are calling it here. We say the comment model does not know about Lino Neu. It's a Lino Core plugin, but it is going to call every commentable in our application. Ticket is the only commentable in Lino Neu, and it's going to ask the ticket whether it wants to add some filter to our comments line, and it's in Lino XL tickets. It's not even in Neu, it is tickets in general, and there we have, I think we have, it's here. Is it here? It's class ticket. In this class it should be defined, and somewhere near the end, I guess, if I remember well. Oh, it's not at the end. It was at the beginning, because I moved it from the end to the beginning. No, it was here. Here we have that is the get query set. We see it, but here we have the add comments filter, where we say a similar condition to this, but so those users who can see the given ticket, it depends on whether they are a member of the site or whether they are anonymous, and so, and the same logic, but formulated via the ticket here, is going to apply here. I'm wondering whether I should add a distinct here, because I'm doing joins. It might be that there is a bug in this at this place. I think I'm distinct. When as far, I don't understand everything, but as far as I know that if you are using some these things, then this thing cannot do any harm. That's probably naive, but yeah. And it is important to see that here, that we have this. This is the ticket thing. So on a comment, so we are going to add a filter saying to the comment objects query set on a comment model to filter on the ticket. But this is defined only in when the ticket model is there, when the ticket is here. And how is this done? This is our reverse relation thing. It is because we added where is it? Here we add a generic relation. We say on our tickets model that it has a generic relation called comments that would so this generic relation would show all the comments that are related to this ticket via the generic foreign key called owner type and owner ID, defined by these two fields. And that is we had to specify this. And then the reverse generic relation has a name ticket. It means that on the comment we can now search for this ticket double underscore. That's why we can do our get comments filter. This was the important trick to understand. It's documented somewhere in the Django docs. I made a link in my blog. So I was watching about what I have been doing here also. What's that? In comments mixins. This is no longer needed here. Yeah. What's the? Yeah, I have them as a comment now. Am I? No. Okay, leave them as a comment, and it doesn't disturb very much. Here I have the new field is just changed. It is nothing is changed actually. I added a new line. Wow. And comment. Okay. There is some kind of war between our editors. It seems that sometimes there is a trailing spaces that are moving on. Analyze. Hey, this is not needed. Yeah, it is commented out here. This was part of my research. This was my first thing. Before I learned that it turned out to be much easier. This is the get query set on the comment. Here we changed this required role. Oh, that's true. And then here, what was this? No, we create a request. Yeah, this was also because we have this that we need a request. It must not be non-abstract. Yeah, to have the user's overview is now abstract. Yeah, these are good things. Let's see. For oh, what's the ticket number? I don't remember. I'm working on. Oh, am I working at all? Oh my god, I forgot to say that I'm working. You see, Tony's comment. This is 3313. So I forgot to write down when I started working on this evening. I'm going to edit my day plan. When did I start? Let's say 1 hour ago. At least something more or less reasonable. It's not that important because no customer is going to pay for it. But for my statistics, it's nice. Oh, what was the number? 3313. Should I say more? I'm going to, if needed, I say more in my blog later. Because you see, there are quite a few little changes. I push this. Excel, the next one. Is there any changes? A little bit one. What's that? I removed this. I worked on this private, and then oops, there's a new field private in the site, and then we added the things here. This one is not needed anymore. The commentable general relation. Let's remove this. It is in tickets models. No, we don't need this. These are things that are correct, I think. The duplicate of the, so we added a related name for the duplicate of foreign key, because otherwise there was a kind of name clash with this generic relation. Let's leave it. It doesn't disturb. And here the get query set on ticket. That's what that's. There was what's the. It has been removed. It has been moved to the beginning, and it was different. Yeah. No. I will see changes for this ticket and push. In the book, I'm going to try to summarize also these things. This is the general block of these are the API changes in both Lino and Excel. So we had site private and database field site private. That's important, yeah. It's a then now yeah, okay, you see I'm getting tired. What was the thing in Model? The comments now. The comments, there we have this new, mostly this was the important thing. We have the new user is anonymous also now. Now user is anonymous. I'm gonna be quite short because I'm tired, yeah. And then here the add comments filter, that was important. That's new on the commentable. I don't need to document the details here because I must document it in the specs. Specs are later. But that's I will do this when I'm less tired and when I have time. Nobody pays us for doing this, for documenting these things correctly. It's but on the other hand, it's our own interest of doing this. Actually, in convince mixins, let's do it quickly. The add comments filter. I must move this. I must move the docs for this for this method out of the source code into the specs comments in the book. Yeah, specs comments, and then on the comment now we have the commentable mixin. Is it commentable mixin? There's a method. Yeah, we must define a method. I'll put it at the end. That's where we write documentation. This is prosa style documentation. Prosa style means okay, you need to copy a few things Oh, it was a class method on the a class method. A class method. Behavior is better. Comments are visible only to real users, not to anonymous users. Example is in that. No empty line needed. That's how to make it beautiful. That was in book in the changes. Book. Go Lino. Now I have again a change in my because I removed the doc string. Okay, I'm gonna check this in with the same. Oh, I should have done another better, more speaking commit message. Here. In the book there are a lot of changes. These are the tests that I have fixed. Some of the 26 failures. And what's that? What did I change there? If. Oh yeah, of course the demo data also. Yeah. Same commit message. Or git CI add automatically message. How was the number? 13, yeah. So first 13, adapt tests after changes for this ticket to be continued. Push. Great. pp.-l is to show is there's anything else. In Atelier I have local changes and in Noi. Did I work in Atelier? Oh, I'm not going to explain that to you now. This is unrelated. Go Noi. This is still related to our work today. If this is where we removed that debug message. Here we changed in Noi. Yeah, we changed indeed the layout. We wanted this, yeah. CI-nm changed layout. This was the site detail layout. Oh, not FLT. Git push. Voila. Now I say goodbye and I try to publish these screencasts one of these hours or days, or maybe tomorrow only. See you. Good night.